Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna make a video about how you always pay for women. And before you get all riled up, this is not gonna be some soy boy black pill bullshit about if you're paying for dates anyway, might as well just pay for a prostitute. That's not really what I'm doing here. So let's get started, just so there's no confusion about this. So, you always pay for women. Getting a girl requires investment, and financial or otherwise. So, you are required to invest time, money, and emotion. For example, taking her out, listening and solving her problems, standing up for her. And this can be very costly. You can end up in the hospital with a broken jaw, for example, or the standard stuff like open pickle jars and get to hike upwards. I would even say, if you're not a complete loser, that the money side of it is the least worrying, because imagine you're on your grind and you're making money. It's not the $50 or $20 dinner that's the problem. You're investing time in this girl and emotionality, which can be very costly to you as a man. So, same girl, different payment. How does the payment relate to attraction? Basically, the more attracted she is to you, the less you gotta pay. So this girl will jump through hoops for Jay-Z while she's letting this other guy take her out on 10 dates before even kissing him and coming up with all these rules. Listen, girls make rules for some guys and they break them for others. It's as simple as that. And we all know the same old story where this girl has a boyfriend and he's so perfect, and then she goes back to the ex or leaves in the middle of the night for a gas station monkey intimacy, cheating on this boyfriend that's apparently super perfect. And as a man, you want to pay as little as possible. Not because money wise, it's just very emasculating to think that this guy got what you're getting for much less. Like, she might have been on a trip or in a girls' night out, and this guy just picked her up in 5 minutes at the end of the club, and you're supposed to be taking her out for 3 dates, expensive dinners, and day trips, and who knows what else. No way. We want to pay as little as possible, and it's got nothing to do with being stingy. It's just a pride thing. At least in my own opinion, and in my case, it makes sense for me this way. There's a huge difference in the personal and sexual interaction. You've probably, if you've been with some women, don't even have to be a lot. I'm sure you've had this experience where some girls, you're like hustling to get something that's never worth it. And with other girls, it's super easy, and they're texting, blowing up your phone, they're inviting you to go out, they'll like teleport into your house. You don't even have to do anything. The sex is wild, and you just get a crazy experience with them because you feel the attraction. It's much better this way. So if you have to pay a lot, if you have to be taking her out on dates and doing all this stuff, jumping through all these hoops, trust me, it's not worth it at all. Next, so we want to pay as little as possible, and the payment, you pay less the more attracted she is to you. So how do we get more attractive? That's the question here. I don't think I need to tell you this, pretty standard. You gotta get your physique up, confidence, money, purpose, fighting, charismatic personality. It's incredibly important. I'm sure you've all heard the saying that you can do everything to a woman except bore her. Your status with your friends or other girls, knowledge, sexual prowess, like if you can rock her world in bed. And what you need to understand is as well is that all of these work together and feed off of each other. It's much easier to have confidence when you know you have cool friends and hanging out with other girls, and you know in the date that if she goes home with you, you're gonna rock her world. Plus your physics is on point. Plus you have money. It's easy to be confident, and if you're confident, then money is easier to get, and the physique as well. So all these parts are very closely connected and they feed off of each other. Now, some final thoughts. We're not just doing this to get girls at a discount. This is good, but it's not the whole reason we're doing it. If you're more attractive and you have better experience with these girls, just your whole existence is much better. And we also know that the best ROI is on yourself. I don't know who said this phrase, but you will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. And money here for me is a proxy to everything else we described in the previous slide. So you gotta think long term. It's easy to go out and get drunk and try to scoop up these fucking sixes at the end of the night, but you gotta think long term. Your life is long. You probably want a mother for your children who is a great woman and who won't settle for anything else than a good man, which is what we're trying to become. So thinking long term and not chasing women just for the sake of it right now is very important. And that wraps it up for me, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm always reading the comments, and I think everything I said today is not too much out of pocket, but I know people always find a way to disagree or say something about it. So let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.